So today we are going to talk about the last part of Old Yeller. Now, as you know, my girls, like we said at the beginning of the story, the genre of this story is not like the stories we took before. Did it happen in the modern time or in the history time?
Modern.
Did it happen in our time right now or
No,
before many years ago?
many years ago.
So we said that the genre of this story is historical fiction. Okay, so what does it mean historical fiction? It means that it's a fiction made up characters, but it could happen long time ago, not in our time. طيب, who can tell me why it couldn't happen in our time?
Because
Hmm.
we didn't need to chop wood, and
Yes,
now small kids these days, they can't find this stuff when they go outside. They find cars, they find dogs, maybe
yes,
sometimes
yes, but they will
cats,
never bring a snake and they put it
and
inside
a
a bucket.
lizard. No.
Exactly. So the situation of the whole story and the setting of the whole story happened in the past. In the past, when people used to live in the countryside, they used to chop woods to have woods and logs. They went outside just to play and to discover the world, and they could play with pets, and they have their own animals.
Yeah.
But unlike our time right now, so it's a different time. That's why it's a historical fiction. طيب, the hero of our story, who is the hero who is taking the
Travis.
responsibility?
No. Old Yeller.
Alice.
Old Yeller.
Yes, we have two, actually we have two heroes in this story. That would make the story
Travis and
more
Old
nice.
Yeller.
Travis
And Old Yeller, right?
is 14 years old. He is taking the responsibility of the family, and we have little Arliss. He's how much? How old is he?
5 years old.
Oh,
5
5 years
years
old.
old.
I'm
And
five.
he is the playing boy who is ready to have the animals inside his pocket and to play with it. Okay, right now, my girls, let's go for the last part of the story. Now we reach the climax of the story, and we say it in the climax. All the events will grow until all the characters face something horrible or a
Yeah.
problem, and we call it here a climax. Climax. And the climax in this story was what? When they faced who?
Was we still didn't know
No?
when they faced the bear.
Yes, Big Mama. Big Mama Bear. Big
But
Mama
that's not
Bear.
a big bear. Miss, that's not a big problem, yani. It's just a bear, you know.
You think it's not a problem if she chopped Arliss into halves and eat him? It wouldn't be a problem?
No, it's a
They
problem.
let they let him go swim in the dark sea. Why not?
Yeah, Miss, why the mom is saying to him, don't go to steal. And when he's going out the home, why she don't like look the home?
Yeah, why
What?
don't she? It's
What? Again?
Like she's saying
Hmm.
to him, don't steal the snake. Maybe there is a poison in your hand, right? Every
Yes,
mother said this.
yes.
Why she don't lock the home with the keys, and why she don't like everybody when he's going outside he will tell his mom, and his mom is seeing him.
Yes, maybe that's why I told you it's a historical fiction. It's a history, it's a type of historical story. Why? Because maybe in our time right now, in the modern times, in the realistic time that we are living in, if any child want to go out of the house, we are living in apartments, in flats, in villas, okay? So we have our own home, we have our own door, our own keys. So when any child want to go out, you would know, or he will tell you before he go to the street, right? But
Yeah.
at
no.
that time, the people who lived at that time, they lived in the countryside. What does it mean countryside? It means that they lived in a place like a village. In the countryside, most of the people, they go outside of the house so much. They go outside to work, to chop woods, to milk the cows, to look after the sheep. They try to clean the house inside. The mother is cleaning, she is cooking, she is bringing the water from the river, she is doing everything, so she doesn't have time just to lock the door. And if she locked the door, her son would be out, the Travis, the big son, the old son.
Yeah, miss.
So he couldn't be inside. So little Arliss, she would be inside the kitchen working, and he will go outside to discover the world. And she would think that he is out of the house, near of the house, but she wouldn't know that he's going outside to other place. And she can't run after him because she has a lot of work other than Arliss.
She
That's
can
why
let Travis do that work.
she can't, because Travis
Yeah.
also is helping with the work. He's trying to bring
So when
something
he
for the family.
finishes, she could put some time, a special amount of time,
Mm.
just for him to go out.
No, you have to understand these people are really busy people, which means that their work is so much hard that they don't have time to chill out with his little brother. And if the little brother, he want to play the whole day because he's a child.
Yeah.
The children, they don't want to play 1 hour, they want to play the whole day. So will
Yeah.
Travis leave his work and sit beside his brother and play? No,
No.
he can't do that. So that's why they brought him a dog. So the dog would be the companion of Arliss. So when he go any place, the dog would bark and they would know something wrong. And this is what happened with the story actually. The dog helped with barking, 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 and the boy was shouting. So they understand there was a problem. Okay?
But Teen,
Hmm.
your hair and your eyes.
Malak, I'm gonna mute you, Malak. Okay, don't focus about the hair and the eyes right now. طيب, let's go for our story. Now open the story on the page 38, please. Okay, this is when we stopped the last time. We said that the big mama bear came to Arliss to hit him, but then there comes something like flash, yellow flash, and hit the bear. Who was that yellow flash? Who was that yellow flash? Old Yeller, excellent, Yelene. He was Old Yeller. He hit that bear with all strength he got, and he jumped over her. She lost her balance. She fell inside the river, but then she realized somebody is attacking her. She went again on her feet, and she tried to hit that dog. Every time she hit him, he will stand on his feet again and come to attack her again to make her away from Arliss. During this time, Travis came. He took his brother Arliss and he swept him in the air and threw him to his mom. Mom, catch my brother and go home. Don't come here again. And the mother went to home, running, running, running. Travis was there looking at the dog, trying to save him. And he brought his axe because he wanted to hit that big mama bear to get her away from that place. Let's see what happened next to Travis. And let's see what happened next to the dog. And is the dog saved? Or he would be dead also? Or Travis would be home? Or that bear would get them both? What will happen? This is what we're gonna learn together.
I think everything will go out fine. Nobody will.
We see this picture. So what do you think would happen?
Yeah. Everything is fine.
Let's see now the resolution of the story. What happened?
I stood there with my axe raised, watching them for a long moment. Then from up toward the house I heard Mama calling, "Come away from there, Travis. Hurry, son. Run." That spooked me. Up till then I'd been ready to tie into that bear myself. Now suddenly I was scared out of my wits again. I ran toward the cabin. But like it was, Old Yeller nearly beat me there. I didn't see it, of course, but Mama said that the minute Old Yeller saw we were all in the clear and out of danger, he threw the fight to that she-bear and lit out for the house.
You saw what happened? Now the mother, she's calling Travis, Travis, come home, leave that bear and come running. So Travis took the time, he left the dog with the bear and he went home running. Now the dog, he looked to his back, he found the whole family was inside the house and he's alone with the bear. He said, nope, thank you, I'm not gonna fight you anymore. Bye-bye. So he took off and he went home also. He went home also running, 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 and then
Yeah.
then he was barking like, "Leave the door open!" And then he went inside the cabin. He tried to hide himself from that big bear, because if he stayed one more second in there, the rage and the angry bear would kill him. But thank God he had the time to escape, and Travis had the time to escape. So now they are all safe inside the cabin. Let's see what happened next.
The bear chased him for a little piece, but at the rate Old Yeller was leaving her behind, Mama said it looked like the bear was backing up. But if the big yeller dog was scared or hurt in any way, when he came dashing into the house, he didn't show it. He sure didn't show it like we all did. Little Arliss had hushed his screaming, but he was trembling all over and clinging to Mama like he'd never let her go. And Mama was sitting in the middle of the floor, holding him up close and crying like she'd never stop. And me, I was close to crying myself. Old Yeller, though, all he did was come bounding in to jump on us and lick us in the face and bark so loud that there inside the cabin, the noise nearly made us deaf. The way he acted, you might have thought that bear fight hadn't been anything more than a rowdy romp that we'd all taken part in for the fun of it.
Okay, now this is the end of the story. He said that the moment he went inside the house, suddenly he found like Old Yeller is coming after him, and he is running also from the bear. So they went inside the cabin. This is the cabin. The cabin is the little house that is made of wood that you have it in the countryside. It will be like this. Okay. This is the cabin. Cabin is like old house that is made of all of wood, and it would be in the middle of the woods. It would be in the middle of the jungle. It would be in the middle of the countryside, and most of the time, it's made of wood like this. And most of the time, it would be near of all the natural life. It would be near of all kind of animals. You would get a long time until on your feet until you get in this place. Okay, and most of the time it's dangerous to live in there. If you are living in Canada or America, it's dangerous to live in such places, because you would find sometimes bears, or maybe tigers, or maybe some type of any animal that can enter inside your house. So it's not safe to be there unless you are trained to be in there and you know the life around that place, how it is. So for them, they went all inside the cabin, and they closed the door. When they tried to check on each other, they found that Old Yeller was there also. So Old Yeller was there also. They are all inside. Arliss is inside, Travis inside, Old Yeller inside, and the mother inside. They closed the door and tried to touch each other and to hold each other. They looked from the window and they found that the big bear is not actually quitting the fight. He tried to come after Old Yeller to hit him also, because he wanted more. He wanted to fight more. But Old Yeller was faster than him. You know that when the dog runs, it's so fast. So Old Yeller was faster than the bear, so he could go and reach the home before him. So the old big bear, when he looked like this and he found all the family inside the house, he quit the fight and he back off. He back off. And he went back to his little cub to hold him and to take him away from that place. Because what made the mama bear rage is because she thought that that little boy is going to hurt her son. That's why she went in that fight. Now
Yeah,
she
he
found
was
that
gonna
her
hurt her.
yeah, she found that the family is away now and her cub is safe and nobody is touching him. She went back and she took her son back and she went back to her place. She didn't hurt anybody. And Old Yeller was so proud about himself that he defended his friend. And when he came inside the house, he was like touching his friend and licking his face and barking in a loud voice. Harf, 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 just to tell them he's trying to express himself, because the dogs, they don't talk. So what they do is barking. So he barked for a long time. Travis, he even said like the voice of that dog was so loud that we nearly got deaf, because the voice of the dog is so loud that we couldn't focus on anything else. and we knew that the dog is happy that we are all okay. So he started to lick us and to hug us and to check on us that we are all fine and good. And Travis was so proud that they have this old dealer with them, because without him, without the luck of having this dog, his little brother would be dead at that time, because Travis would never come in the time. He would never come in the right time to save his brother. So it's good that they have that dog, and it's good that they have that dog to defend them and to push that mama bear away. And they stood in there, they hugged each other, they loved each other, and they had the funnest time ever. And this
Miss,
is the end
everyone have one
the,
cloth
of the
only?
story.
Everyone have one cloth only?
One cloth?
Yeah.
No, it's not like they are poor. They have their own clothes, but
Yeah.
you see what happened here? His clothes are dirty, right?
Little bit. Yeah.
Little bit, because they were running and they were scared and they were outside Aslan. They were just trying to fight that bear. What are you talking about? Of course it would be dirty. It's not like they don't have other things to wear. They have, of course, other things to wear, but now they are just focusing on being alive and thanking God to be alive, actually. So this is the end of the story, and Arliss back to his dog, but he learned the lesson to not play with another cub of any bear anytime sooner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally.
Now he's gonna play with baby lions.
Yes. Okay, I want to ask you a question, actually. You remember in the picture before, Travis, when he saw his brother Arliss was trying to catch that little bear right here, and he
Yeah.
saw that the mama bear is coming to Arliss to hit him. Travis, he said, I tried to run as fast as possible, but then I found that the bear is going to hit my brother and to kill him. At that time, I went blind. I almost went blind. What does it mean? It means that he was blind, Travis, or he
No.
was. Then what does it mean?
He was almost blind. He was blinded with the thought of being killed.
Yeah.
Of his brother being killed.
So what does that tell you, ya Malak, about Travis and Arliss? They
He
love
loves his
each
little
other.
brother, just he doesn't like him lying.
Yeah. So that tells you about Travis, that he adores his little brother. He loves him so much that he nearly went blind because he thought of the idea that my little brother would be dead. No, I can't think that my little brother would be dead because of a bear and I can't defend him. And that idea made him nearly blind. He couldn't see anything around him. He couldn't think about anything around him. The only thought he has in his mind was his little brother and what would happen with him. So he felt blind of the whole world because of this idea. And that tells you that Travis actually, he loved his brother. He loved him so much that he didn't want anything bad to happen to him.
Miss,
Okay,
but
Malak.
the real question is, does his brother love him?
Does his little brother love him?
You don't love
Why
his
do you
brother.
ask? Why do you ask a question like this? Do you think that Aris is not loving his brother?
I don't know.
Maybe he loves him because, and maybe he loves him not. You never know.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
that
I think
that
Everyone
writer,
loves his brother.
excellent, Yawatin. Everybody
Even
loves
if
his
he's
brother.
fighting with him,
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you can
we
see,
love him.
although the writer, he didn't write this in the story, Malak, that Arliss loves his older brother, but you can see it at the end of the story when they hug each other and how much they were
Yeah.
they were happy that they were alive, that they are looking to each other, not believing what's happening. So Arliss, he loves his mother, he loves his brother, he loves his dog, but he's a child. He's being a child because he is a child. You can't say that he doesn't love his brother Travis because he's a small child. He doesn't know anything right now, but of course he feels. He feels he loves him, he loves his mother, he loves his dog. But maybe he couldn't express it like Travis. Travis
'Cause, like-
can express it more because he is older. And he's
Yeah,
responsible
and he
person.
hugged the dog like for the dog rescue him.
Yeah.
Hi, doggy.
Okay, now I need you to read this part. So do you have your books? Open it on the page.
Yeah.
That will start with Lean. Come on, Yelin.
Okay.
Yep. Start from here.
I stood there with my axe raised, watching them from a long moment, then from up towards the house. I heard Mama calling, "Come away from there." Travis hurried. Soon, son, run,
Travis, hurry, son. Run,
run.
run.
Miss, we have in this story we have to change our voices.
Watin. Yes, yes, you have. Because
Course. That spooked
Lean.
me.
Mm.
That spooked me. Up till then, I'd been ready to tie into that bear myself. Now suddenly, I was scared out of my wits,
Out of my wits again.
but like it was old Yeller nearly beat me there. I didn't see it, of course, but Mama said that a minute old Yeller saw we were all in the clear and out of danger, he threw the fight
Yes.
to
Mhm.
to that she bear and lit out for the house. The bear chased him for a little piece, but at the rate old Yeller was leaving her behind, Mama said it looked like the bear was backing up.
Excellent, excellent, Yalin. Now, before I go for somebody else, I would like to remind you, Yalin, that when you see a full stop, you have to pause. You have to stop. Don't complete it to the next sentence. Yani you would say, I stood there with my axe raised, watching them for a long moment. Then, from up toward the house, when you see a comma, you will pause also for 1 second. Then, from up toward the house, I heard Mama calling, "Come away from there! Travis, hurry! Son, run!" That spooked me. Up till then, I would been ready to tie into that bear myself. Now, suddenly, I was scared out of my wits again. I ran toward that cabin. Okay, this is how you're gonna read it. You're gonna change the tone when you have different characters speaking like this, like the mother. And if there's shouting in her voice, you have to shout. Like now, she is calling her son, but she's not calling him like it's okay. You know, she's calling him, "Please come, hurry, son, run!" So she's shouting. So you have to change your tone. Okay, now Watin, your turn. But if the big yeller,
But if the big yellow dog was scared or hurt in any way, when he came dashing into the house, he didn't show it. He sure didn't show it like we all did. Little Arliss had hushed his screaming, but he was trembling all over
the
to
clinging,
the clinging to Mama like he'd never let her go. And Mama was sitting in the middle of the floor, holding him up close and crying like she'd never stop. And me, I was close to crying myself.
excellent. That's enough. Yeah, Watin, just a minute. I want to tell you something. Now you see this scene. What happened when they came back into the cabin? And little Aris, he was shaking and screaming and shouting like he didn't believe what happened, and that bear would kill him. So he was trembling and shivering because he was so scared. And he caught his mom and he held to his mom like he doesn't want to let her go. He was holding with his mom like, "Mom, mom, mom," and she was holding him. His mother fell on the middle of the floor. She was so scared in her son. She held him and she hugged him and she was crying and kissing her son like she didn't believe what happened, and she is thanking that her son is still alive. And Travis, with all of this scene, he said, "I was close to crying myself." Like he's trying to be the man. He's trying to be the responsible person in the family because the father is not there. So if he cried, they would cry and they would get more scared. But he always tried to hold himself,
Yes,
try to be responsible. and to try not to show his tears because he thought like I have to be the man. So he said, I was nearly to cry, but he inside himself, when we heard the story, he said, no, when I saw my brother there, I was nearly about to get blind because I was so scared of my brother. I love him so much. So he has the strongest feelings, but he never show it because he think he has to be responsible not to show this for his family because he's the man of the house. Yes, Yawatin.
That's why the men's not cry like all of the time. Like if there's a problem or there's something, why the women's cry? Why the men's not cry?
Okay, you have a nice question. Watin, she's asking why men they do not cry and women they
Boys
are
cry,
always.
man.
What do you think, Malak?
I think because well, I
Because
don't
what?
know. 1
Leen,
minute, let me try.
Leen,
Let
Leen,
me
what
try,
about
let me
you?
try. I
I
have
think
one.
their hurt is not a
Maybe
hurt.
because
Let's hear Leen and then Malak. Hi, Leen.
maybe because they don't want to like they just don't want to people see them crying.
Yes, because actually men they don't like other people to see them cry because they think this is a type of weakness in their hearts. That's why if somebody saw me that I'm crying, then they would think I'm weak. Then I will not show it to people. Okay, but girls on the other hand
1 minute,
and
please.
women in the other hands, they are emotional people. They have the strongest feelings. The woman is always try to express herself. So subhanallah, Allah made women to express her feelings. She can show them. So she's the type of person who can show her feelings and express it. While men, Allah created them so strong that they can hide and control their feelings. Even if he feels something, a lot of many times he will just hide his feelings, not showing it for other people.
I wish
But
I
he
can
feel.
hide my feelings.
But he feel. They cry also. They cry. They get weak sometimes. They are human. They can cry.
Yeah,
But
but I wish I can hide like my feeling. Every problem, I'm crying.
you will learn how to control your feelings. Every time you grow older, you will remember and you will learn how to control your feelings more and more.
Miss, I will never control my feelings.
You
I
are so
will
emotional and you like
never-
it like this way. Hi, Malak. Okay. طيب, Malak, complete the last part altogether.
Okay, miss. All the other thought, all he did was come.
All dealer though, not thought. All dealer though, all he did was
All
come
the other
bounding.
though, all he did was come bounding in to jump on us like and
lick us.
in the face and bark so loud that there inside the cabin the noise nearly made us deaf.
Mm.
The way he acted, you might have thought the bear fight hadn't been anything more than a rowdy romp that he'd all taken part in of the fun for it.
Malak, you're amazing. I love your reading and the tone you're reading. Oh my God, you're like an old lady who's reading. Oh, you're so nice, Malak. I love it. Okay, girls, I will give you 5 minutes break and then we will come back in the second period to have the next lesson, inshallah, about comprehension. Okay, see you in 5 minutes. Bye-bye.
Bye.